Hello everyone, my name is Katya and I am a witch. Or rather, I really wish I was one, so watching witch outfit TikToks and making this video is just about as close as I'm gonna get to that. So pull out your tarot deck and arrange your crystals, as today we are transforming into some of, in my opinion, the most iconic witch characters in pop culture. You are of course welcome to take inspiration from any one of these looks and recreate them into your own DIY Halloween witch costume. So without further ado, let's begin. Our first witch is Miss Sabrina Spellman from The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Her looks often combine elements of 70s vintage and 90s trends, all assembled onto a late 2010/early 2020s base. Since I have taken inspiration from Sabrina's closet on my channel before, this time I wanted to go for one of the looks that she's most known for wearing and is most often used as a costume, which is this red A-line dress layered over a frilly white lace blouse. My dress doesn't have long sleeves like hers, but I think the frills on the sleeves and neckline of the blouse match up perfectly. Of course, I had to include her beloved black headband and pair the look with some matching black tights. I believe Sabrina wears some dark patterned shoes with this look, but I went with my white Mary Janes to tie in with the blouse better. Sabrina rarely wears noticeable jewelry, so I went with these tiny gold studs. If you're looking to dress up as Sabrina for Halloween, make sure to include the red dress, a black headband, and some white lace accents, but the rest is pretty much up to you, although I do think classical academia inspired pieces such as Oxfords or button-up blouses would fit her style best. Our next witch makes an appearance in Disney's beloved spooky movie, Hocus Pocus. I have to say I love Sarah's look, but it seems to be the least wearable out of all the Sanderson sisters. And although the three witches incorporate classic Victorian styles in their unique ways, I think that Winifred's look is probably the easiest for me to recreate, especially because I have the same color hair. She dons one of my absolute favorite color combos, green and purple. So I went for this purple lace bodysuit and I layered it with a regal green velvet button-up shirt. I think this black uneven hem tulle skirt is really what pulls the look together and helps it to appear more witch-like, especially when paired with these black lace bridal gloves. I finished off the look with some black knee-high leather boots. If you have a friend group of 3 who are also into the dark arts, I think the Sanderson sisters would be a perfect Halloween costume for you. If you're unable to find the exact elements of their looks like the corsets or capes, you'll probably have better luck focusing on the color combinations instead. Next up is a sorceress who stars in a movie that I've never actually seen, but her look is so eye-catching that I couldn't pass up the opportunity to recreate it. Miss Elaine Parks is the title character in The Love Witch, and she wears yet another Victorian-inspired number that airs on the side of 1970s camp. Of course, I had to add her sun hat, which by the way is super easy to DIY if you're considering this costume. All you need is some fake pink flowers and hot glue. Now, Elaine's look is much more pink toned than mine, but they still incorporate many of the same elements, such as lace accents, long line silhouettes, and Victorian influence. I opted for this white lace choker with a heart-shaped jump ring, and to it I attached a pendant similar to hers. Since this look was giving 1970s Victorian revival, I went for these white knee-high boots, although her shoes aren't visible in this scene, so for a costume, any light-toned feminine style shoe would fit. The look of any witch isn't truly complete without some crystal rings, so I chose these 2 moonstone ones, and I finished it off with some of her signature blue eyeshadow. Our next 2 looks come from American Horror Story's fan favorite season, Coven. I can never really pick a favorite season of American Horror Story, but if I had to pick one that has the best outfit inspiration, Coven would win hands down. This look takes inspiration from Misty Day, whose style can best be described as bohemian. Let's just say she was doing grunge fairycore before grunge fairycore was a thing. I based her look around this black floral shawl, which Stevie Nicks gifts to her in the show, and I paired it with that same mesh skirt from Winifred's look. I think this skirt works for most whimsical characters, which is probably why you've seen me style it a bunch of times already. Misty loves her earth tone, so I incorporated them with this terracotta top, brown suede boots, and a wide leather belt. She also loves to layer long and gaudy jewelry, so I picked these two burgundy necklaces and an assortment of antique inspired bracelets and rings. If you're going for this as your costume, a black top hat would be the best choice for headwear, but since I didn't have one, I picked this butterfly clip instead. The following Coven witch is one of my least favorite characters, but damn does she know how to put a look together. I describe Madison Montgomery's style as classic, bougie, and surprisingly Ariana Grande-esque. She goes for a lot of fit and flare silhouettes, black fabrics, and furs. I chose to recreate her look from the season finale where she wears the simple black dress with some knee-high socks. I opted to pair a black tank with a skater skirt, and I wore the knee-high socks with some burgundy ankle boots. Madison wears black shoes, but I thought the stiletto style fit with her aesthetic and helped add a subtle pop of color to the look. I also clipped in my long ponytail and black headband to match hers. If you'd like to use this look as a costume, I'd also add some scars around the neck and left arm. However, Madison has lots of extravagant looks that you could take inspiration from that I think would be a bit more recognizable as her. So which outfit was your favorite? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments. If you'd like to see more witch-inspired looks, make sure you check out my Chilling Adventures of Sabrina lookbook next. I'll link that on the screen. You can also head over to my Depop if you're looking for a last-minute Halloween costume. My @ is _Katya. If you enjoyed this lookbook, don't forget to click that like button, subscribe, and tick that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!